Good morning. Today we have Dr. Terry Cline with North Carolina Department of Public Instruction to talk more about his role in teacher effectiveness, the uh, processes that we're seeing across the state in regards to teacher performance, teacher recruitment, and certainly as it goes towards the millennial teachers as opposed to the baby boomer teachers. So, good morning, Dr. Cline. How's it going?
Good morning. How are you? Glad to be here.
Good. So, will you talk to us a little bit about what your role is at the Department of Public Instruction?
Certainly. My role is I'm a service support coordinator for all the charter schools in the state. And what we basically do is we support the charter schools. I am not compliance, I am support. So we feel like that our charter schools need support in their newness and in trying to meet the goals of the state. So that's my role in supporting them.
Okay, very good. So, can you talk to us a little bit about, as you travel across the state working with schools, about teacher sort of recruitment, retention, and selection, and certainly as we look at teachers of what we call this new generation, the millennials?
Okay. One of the things that I think we sometimes forget is even though our millennials are technology savvy, they still have not been taught on how to teach the technology to children. And so we're seeing a lack there. And so I think even though the millennials are very forthcoming and they use the social medias very well, they don't know how to teach children how to do this. And that's one of the things that we see across the state. And so one of the things that I try to do as I go in as a part of my presentation, as I teach classes to current principals, is to try to get them to understand that there is a different mindset that comes into the class. You see veteran teachers who don't even understand what the technology that is available. But then you have the millennials who have the understanding of the technology, but there's still a gap in how to use that technology in meeting the needs of the kids they serve. And so sometimes what we're seeing is in this generational gap, there also is an economic gap because you have kids who have this technology with them that their parents are providing, and then you have another low poverty children who don't have all this technology, but they have to go to the library or even at school. That's where it comes from, and they're already behind. So that gap is very real, and so I think one of the things that we do as a state is we try our best to put the best foot forward in what's available on the technological level so that folk can see what they can do to recruit. As we recruit and talk to teachers, the first thing they want to know is, what technology is available. And you can imagine how far that can go in one level or another based upon where a teacher is going to school, whether or not a teacher is a veteran teacher or a first, second, or third year teacher, what state they're coming from. All of those impact where they stand.
Okay, and then Dr. Cline, let's talk more about, as we talk about teacher retention, which we certainly know that that's top priority for the state, as well as some other states. We're trying to really retain these great teachers. So can you talk to us a little bit more about what the state really feels entails are like a really great teacher and some things that would work in retaining these great teachers?
Absolutely. One of the things that, as a former principal, I was in a very tough high school. And one of the things that we found out was my superintendent opened the gates and allowed any teacher that wanted to transfer in that was nationally board certified. He was going to give a $10,000 to $15,000 raise. And so the teacher showed up. We met with them, we talked with them, and nobody came. So we're finding out that it's not the money, it is the leadership and the